So everyone can hear me around, right? Okay, guys. I see people are still joining in. So the first rule for the class will be you guys have to join by 10:05. Okay, like within the 5 minutes of the class start timing. I won't wait more than that and the lecture will be started, and I don't allow latecomers into the class. Okay, so that's the first rule. Okay, and the second rule is you guys don't have to rely on recordings every time. Recordings are for emergency purposes. Okay, they are not for your convenience that that recording would be available. So you won't attend the live lectures and you will be directly watching the recordings. That won't be helpful for you guys and as well as for me. Okay, if you will be attending the live class, I will be knowing that where I have lagged and where the things have not worked properly. Okay, so I request every one of you to attend the live classes only. All right, that would be very good for me and you as well. So don't rely on recordings every time. Okay, recordings would be available definitely, but don't rely on that. Oh, sorry. Okay, sorry, I forgot to turn on the mic. Okay, so I was just saying the first rule of the class is you guys don't have to be very late in the class, as I can see it's 10:12 and people are still entering the window. Okay, so you guys have to be in the class sharp by 10:05 or whatever the class timing is. Within the 5 minutes you guys have to be in the class. Okay, after that I won't be allowing anyone in the class. And then second point, you guys will be provided recordings, but you guys don't have to rely on recordings every time. Is this clear? See, why I am saying
Yes.
this, recordings are for your help, not for your convenience. Recordings are for emergency purposes. Suppose you have got an emergency task and you won't be available for the class. Then you can go for the recording. Recordings are for backup purposes. Recording are not your main chicks. Okay. Okay. So please don't rely on recordings every time. And if you will come to me for like after watching a recording and that recording is too old, we are on lecture 10 and you are coming and taking a doubt from lecture 1 and we are on lecture 10, that would be even not good for me. I also have to go through the whole thing that what I have taught in that lecture, right? I hope everyone agrees with my point, right? Okay, give me a thumbs up if everyone agrees. Okay, and when I say give me a thumbs up, I want every one of you to interact within the class. Okay, you guys really don't need to turn on your mic and speak up until unless you have a doubt. Okay, when I say if this is understood, if every concept is understood, you guys have to give me a thumbs up. Okay, all right, guys. So let's start this. Okay, so playwright. So again, anything about playwright anyone already knows? I just want to know what are your basic concepts of the playwright so we can make a foundation what we have to start, what we have to read and what we need not to read. Okay, anyone? Okay,
Yeah,
any
Playwright is a web application,
mm-hmm,
web automation application.
mm-hmm,
And before that, the Selenium was boom. Now
mm-hmm.
Playwright's yeah, it's in the picture.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, in future the Playwright will be the usable tool.
Great, but Playwright is not an application, I would say. Okay, it's a framework.
No, it's a tool. Yeah, obviously. Yeah,
We can call it a tool or framework. Okay, even
yeah,
to calling it
correct.
a tool is not very much reliable. We can call it a framework. Okay.
Okay, okay.
Okay, all right. Anyone else? See, guys, I just want to know your perspectives, what you guys think about these things. Okay, so we can reach some conclusions. Okay, anyone else? See, guys, if you guys want interact with me on this now, I won't be able to set up a foundation for you guys that from where we have to start. So we are going to start from very basics of JavaScript, but still I want to know that what kind of understanding you have. And another thing, it will support JavaScript and TypeScript. It don't sup right. JavaScript and TypeScript, that is correct again, but it supports Python and Java as well. Okay, we will be going to do it in JavaScript and TypeScript only, but it support other languages as well. Okay, okay, fair enough. Let's get started with it.
Uh,
It is a
Excuse
Microsoft
me.
product. Great. Yeah.
Can you just explain in 2 minutes what is the difference between Selenium and Playwright? What is the best?
See. Okay. Do you know something that we can do with Selenium and that we can't do with Playwright? I just want to know what you know, and then I will like enhance your answer.
Actually, I don't know about any automation. I just want to start automation. That's why I'm asking. Yeah.
See, see. Selenium is Selenium contains manual weight. Someone has already answers that. Playwright enhances auto weights. So Playwright has an auto weighting feature. Playwright directly interacts with browser. Selenium interacts with the proxy browser. Okay, Selenium has a different architecture and Playwright has a much faster architecture. Playwright has to be coded in right. Synchronous issue is resolved in Playwright. Great, Abhilash. That is again correct. So synchronous and asynchronous issues are resolved in Playwright. And Playwright don't waste times. We don't have to put wait every time whenever we are using Playwright. Okay. For Selenium, we have to do many configurations, but Playwright has a single configuration file in which we can set up everything. But for Selenium, we have to do a lot. But in Playwright, there is a single file. Okay. Okay. I hope I am pretty much clear about this. So can we move forward?
Yeah, sure.
All right. So let's start with very basics. We are going to start with JavaScript, okay? And these are some of my notes that I have written, okay? These notes would be shared to you guys, okay? And we will be following these notes throughout the complete course. Okay, these are like around 94 pages, and we will be following these notes. And these are, very scripted notes. They are not written in bookish language, but they are written in very exemplar language. Okay. All right. So starting with JavaScript, how many of you know about JavaScript? Hmm? How many of you know about JavaScript? Okay. So can anyone like tell me what do you think about JavaScript? New to JS, great. No worries if anyone is new to JS. We are going to do JS itself here. Okay. We'll be doing the JS that is required in Playwright. Okay. No, just started learning basics. Okay. Great. Okay. So I will be directly jumping. See. Sorry. Okay. I will just open up a notepad. Huh. Okay. Let me open up a new file. All right. See, I am increasing the text size a bit. See, imagine building a new house. Okay. You are building a house. Okay. Is that fine? You guys are building the house. Okay. Okay. Right. I will call. Just give me a minute, guys. Let me close these. Sorry. All right. I call this house. The name of this house is testing. Okay. So to build a house first, you guys have to hire a construction crew, right? Construction team. Am I right? Say yes or no, guys. You guys have to
Yes,
agree or
yes,
disagree with me. Okay.
yes,
I,
sir.
I am not watching the
Yes,
screen
yes.
right now. I am not watching the Google Meet
Yes, sir.
screen right now. So you guys have to tell me. Okay. Whenever I am on the screen of Google Meet, you guys can just use thumbs up or thumbs down. Else you have to say yes or no. Okay. To build a house, I need a construction team. Okay. And the name of this construction team is Playwright. Okay. Okay. Is this pretty much clear? The name of that team is Playwright. All right. Okay. Just want to check how many of you are attentive in the class. Anmol, what we are
Yes.
building? What we are building?
House testing.
Okay. The name of the house is testing, and who is building it?
Playwright.
Okay, not Playwright. See, construction team is building it. The name of the construction team is Playwright. Okay, just remember what I am saying. These examples will sit in your mind for life. Okay, you will never forget.
Yeah.
Okay, going forward, this crew is very strong and professional. Strong and professional. They have good tools. Okay, they have good tools, but lack guidance. I hope you guys know whenever a new house is builded, whenever we build a new house, whenever we build a new house, there is a construction team, but over the construction team, there is a construction leader, right? Person who give instruction to you know, every worker that you have to do this, you have to do this, you have to bring this, you have to use this. Am I right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Everyone. I am getting yes from only one. Am I right? Okay.
Yes,
Okay.
sir.
You guys are doing thumbs up. All right. Okay. So I we call this person, this guidance person or blueprint person as JavaScript. JavaScript is the person or foreman, or in Hindi we call it ठेकेदार. ठीक है? Or leader of the crew. ठीक है? Am I clear on this? Am I clear on this thing? Am I clear on this thing?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Yes. Civil engineer.
No. I'm not a civil engineer. That is just an example. Okay, I'm a software engineer. Just giving example so you guys can remember this thing easily. Okay. Okay. So now let's repeat the story. See, I will be teaching with very basics. Like you are kids. Okay. I don't care how many of you have 10 year of experience, how many of you have 15 years of experience. I'm going to teach in a way that you remember the whole story, and after remembering the whole story, you remember the whole concept. Is that clear? All right. Okay.
Yes, sir.
What's the story? There is a person. Let's say I am the person. I want to build a house. The name of the house is testing, and this house testing needs a construction crew. We are naming that construction crew Playwright. But Playwright is very professional and have good tools. But it lacked professionalism. Oh, but it lacked guidance. So who is going to give him guidance? JavaScript is a person, or I will call him Thekedar, or I will call him a blueprint man, or I will call him architect. Okay, who is going to give you the guidance of how to build it. Okay, is this clear? Okay. So, okay, Sabir. Okay, am I pronouncing your name correct? I want you to repeat the story for whole class.
Yes.
Great.
Yeah.
Okay.
There is a means like we are building a house like testing.
Mm-hmm.
Testing. The house name is testing,
Mm-hmm.
and later we are doing a blueprint.
Mm-hmm.
It's called JavaScript,
Mm-hmm.
and there is a member who is handling the other things
You are
like
you are misinterpreting the story. Okay, you are saying a little bit wrong. Okay, Anita, you go ahead and tell me what's the whole story.
We are building a house. The house name is testing. So
Okay.
for that, we are just hiring a constructing team. That
Okay.
pruning, we are just mentioning it as a Playwright. And but we are just lacking the guidance, the construction team. So
They are
to
not,
make them,
construction team is lacking
yeah, yeah,
guidance.
sorry, this is, uh, yeah, construction team, like to make them the design, to make them fast, the tools, even though they have the proper tools, but they are just lacking the guidance how to be professionally, like to construct it. So for that, we are just hiring a man called JavaScript, which is the
So
blueprint which
JavaScript
provides.
can be a man, can be a man. We can call him the crew
Yeah.
leader. We can call him ठेकेदार, or we can see that this JavaScript is just a blueprint. Even by looking at the blueprint, people get to know that how the things are going to be done. Okay,
Yes.
okay, great, great. I hope you guys have now. This JavaScript tells this crew pick up this brick. Okay, brick is int. Okay, pick up this brick. Crew is playwright. Okay, I am again and again mentioning is crew is playwright. See, pick the brick. Brick is variables. Okay, brick is variables. We will study in depth what are variables. Don't worry. Okay, I want to check. I want to check. I am telling this my playwright, my construction team, pick up this brick, and check if this is cracked, if this is broken. This we called conditionals. This checking, validating, using when I say if or else, okay, then this is called condition. Okay, see, as I told you, JavaScript is going to give the guidance. Now this is the guidance. If or else. These are we are going to use these two words very much in the whole automation course. If and else. This is going to tell you if this is cracked or this is not cracked. Just giving an example of cracked or not cracked. Okay. So I told Playwright to pick this variable and check if this is broken or not. There can be things in automation. I will just give you an example. Okay, I will just give you an example. Let's say I am using Playwright. I told Playwright through JavaScript, check if this Google word is present here or not. You got the example what I am trying to explain. If this Google word is with the brick example, what I am trying to explain. Give me a thumbs up if you guys understood this, or how many of, if any one of you want me to repeat this. See guys, going very slowly, and even if on this slow you don't understand the thing, you guys can ask me again. Okay, but remember, if I have repeated something twice or thrice, I'm not going to repeat it fourth time, because we need to cover the syllabus in 2.5 or 3 months. Okay, depending on the whole schedule. Okay, so you guys will have recording and you guys will get your doubt time as well. Okay, okay,
Yes.
so going forward. Okay, again, again. If this is not broken, if this is good, if this is good, if this is good, if the brick is good, okay. Just giving example again. If this brick is good, lay down, okay, lay down on the wall. What is this laying down on the wall? This is an action. Okay, this is the action. In automation, we do perform actions as well. Okay, now again, we'll explain with this Google example. If this Google word is present here, if Google word is present here, tell me yes. Print yes in my console. Okay, we will study what is console and what is, how this is being printed in JavaScript. But again, did you guys understood this? Lay down. What kind of story is this? Again, let's repeat, let's complete the story. One or two points are pending, then we will reiterate the story. Okay, so again, let's say if JavaScript is not there, then Playwright is just a toolbox. It cannot do anything without JavaScript. Okay. Is this clear? Is the story clear? First tell me.
Yes, sir.
Now in the story, I have used, I guess, Playwright testing, JavaScript, variables, conditionals, actions. Okay, I guess I have used 5 to 6 words, 5 to 6 technical words. Okay, that we are going to use again and again in this whole course. So I want any one of you to tell what these 6 words were used. Okay, I will check again who all are in there in class. Just give me a minute. Yeah, the system is a bit slow. All right. I want Ajit to answer that what 6 words I have used here. Ajit, I hope you are in the class and attending the class attentively. Okay, Ajit is not answering. Okay, I want Baljinder Kaur to answer this now.
Yes, sir. First is testing, second playwright, JavaScript,
Mm-hmm.
after that variables, conditions, and actions. These six
Great,
parts.
great, Baljinder, great. Okay, so I see, guys, if any one of you is finding this way boring, then I can change my way and we can straight away jump to the practical things. But I want you guys to dive into the things and then learn about them. Okay, so I hope everyone has learned this story. Is there anyone who is finding this boring, this way boring, or not interesting? So everyone is enjoying this, right? Give me a thumbs up if you guys are enjoying this way. Okay, I see a lot of thumbs up. Okay, great, guys, great. Okay, so moving forward. So, what is this label name? What is this variable? Variable is basically a label. Okay, see, मैं अब now I will a little bit jumping into the technical things. See, this Google word, wherever this is being printed in its code, this must have a variable name. Okay, what is a variable name? To label anything, label any data. To label any data, we use variable names. Okay. We need not to dive too much technical into variables. We will be just learning about the things that are required in Playwright. Okay. So I won't be diving very much technical in variables. Sorry. I'll be just telling you that what variables we are going to use. Okay. So what are variables? Variables are used for labeling anything. Okay. Got it? We will get to know about this. Don't worry. Okay. We are going to do a code itself in the class today. Okay. So what are variables? Badram, what are variables?
Variables means for any element which we need to identify purpose we are using the variables.
Great. Just when I ask what are variables or anyone asks, just answer simply. They are used for labeling. Okay. Okay. They are just
Okay.
see. I will tell you. Assume there is a box. Assume there is a box. There are 3 boxes. Okay. Now you have 3 papers. You will write A, B, C on 3 papers and you will paste it on these 3 boxes. Now whatever box will have the A, A label, the box is, whenever I say take the box A, you will bring the box that have label A, right? If I will ask you bring the box C, you will bring the box with label C. Got it? So you guys got it. What are labels? Okay. Don't worry, we will go into the technical things as well, but I want you guys to have a brief idea about it first. Okay. Great. Okay. Moving forward. Item inside. Okay. So again, let's say these boxes have 10 oranges. A has 10 oranges. Okay, so A has 10 oranges, B has 12, and C has 15. Okay, now I will ask you what is inside these boxes. What are inside these labels? Okay, so I will ask you what is inside A. What will you answer? You will answer 10 oranges, right? Correct. Clear, clear. So what are inside variables? Inside variables there is data. So again, what are variables used for? To store the data. Got it? To store the data inside them, to label the data, group of data or just the data. Okay, so there can be conditions: A is equals to 10 oranges, B is equals to 12 oranges, C is equals to 16 oranges. Is this clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay, I hope everyone is clear with this thing. What are we are going very very slow, guys. Okay, Chetra, is this clear? What is inside the labels?
Yes.
Gupta, are you attending my lectures first time or you have attended my lectures before as well?
No, I think I'm not attending first time.
Okay, great, great, great. Sorry, guys. Okay, so Tapas, what is inside the variables?
Data.
Great. So if anyone is going to ask you what is inside variables, what are for what thing we are using variables as labels, so we are going to say data. Okay, I hope everyone is clear with this. Okay, Vikram, what is inside variables? Vikram,
Inside variables, there are labels.
think
That is the
variables are
label. That is the label, and in
variables are the labels, and inside these labels there are data. Okay,
text.
great.
Yeah, data.
Okay, see, I will keep poking you, not only Vikram, anyone randomly in the class, and I will be asking that what I taught, what I really taught. Okay. All right, guys. Moving forward. Let. See, there are three types of label. We will we are going to study about two of them now, and for one of them we will be studying later. Okay. One is let. Let is it is like a box. See, why we are using let in maths? To assume something, right? We use let in maths to assume something, and assumptions value can be changed, right? Am I right on this? If anyone has read math till even till 10th class, then he know we used to say let x is equals to this, let x is equals to this, and let y is equals to this, right? So let is a type of special box in which let's say let originally comes with 10 apples, but you open the box and bought the apples out, and now you have put in 8 oranges. So now what is the new value of A? What is the new value of A?
Eight.
Orange.
8 oranges. Okay, not just
Data.
oranges. Okay, so let is a box for which value can be changed later on. Got it? See, let is not a name, let is a type. Okay, let is a type of variable. If some variable is of let type, na, you can change its value later on. Okay, name will be always the label. Okay, so if I say let A is equals to 12 apples, and later on if I say let A is equals to 8 oranges, so what is the value of A?
Excuse, sir. Are you sharing the screen also?
Yes, my screen is shared.
But it's not visible.
Guys, is it not visible to everyone else? Okay, okay.
It's
I will
visible.
share my screen again. No worries, I haven't wrought anything on the screen. Okay, so I will just share the screen again. I don't know why it got unshared. Is it shared now? Is it shared now?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, I was actually on meet screen. I was not writing or anything anywhere. Okay, I was on the meeting screen only. Okay, again, going forward. So let is a type of variable. Okay, not name of variable. If I say let A is equals to 8 oranges, and later if I say let A is equals to 12 apples, so what is the final value of A?
12. It's a vowel
12
of the
apples.
previous letter.
Okay, so
12, 12.
I will again, Seema, what is the final value of A?
12, sir. Previously 8, now you replace it with
Yeah,
12,
yeah,
right?
yeah, right. Badram, you are right. I am asking Seema. Are you in the class? Okay, again, Seema, I guess, don't want to answer, or maybe she isn't in the class. Okay, Priya, what is the final value of A?
12 apple.
It will be apples only. Initially, it was oranges, but apples were 8. Okay, so 8 apples. Okay, so
Okay.
be attentive with the data, especially. Okay. Okay, so I hope this is pretty much clear. Give me a thumbs up if this is pretty much clear. All right, all right. Great, guys, great. Okay, const. Okay, so const. What do you mean by const? What? Okay, I before we dive into const, how many of you know what is constant? What is
Yeah,
constant?
and constant means fixed value. We can't change the value.
Right, right. In math, we used to denote constant as a fixed value that cannot be changed in later time, right? Is this clear? What is constant?
Yes, sir.
So constant is like a glued box. Okay. In this, if you put 8 apples and later on try to put 8 oranges, you cannot put it. Okay, because apples are already sticked into it. Okay, and there is no more space. Got it? Is this clear? What is const? Okay. So I will ask now randomly. Okay. Okay, Meghna. If I say const A is equals to 8, and then later on if I say const A is equals to 9, what is the final value of A?
8, because it cannot be changed.
It won't be
It is a
8.
constant.
It would, if I'm going to actually do this now, it is going to throw an error. Okay. So I either have to change the variable name. I have to say const B is equals to 9. If I say const A is again equals to 9, it will be throwing an error because technically it is not allowed. Okay. All right.
Okay.
I will give you again. I will tell you. Let's assume const A is a box full of apples till its rim. Okay, till the top. Now, if you try to put oranges will fall down, right? It won't fit into the box. Got it? So it is
Yes.
something like that. It is filled till the top. Just remember with this that const is filled till the top. If you will try to put something else in the box, it will fall out of the box. Okay.
Hmm.
Okay, I am hoping this is clear. Great. Okay. So const is clear. I know I haven't opened any ID as of now, but don't worry, we will be going into it as well. Okay. Okay. If else, we already see if else is like a traffic cop. Okay, if else are the words that we are going to use. Earlier I called it as conditionals. It is called conditionals only. So if else are the technical words that we are going to write used in writing the code, that we are going to use in writing the codes. So okay, if the light is red, it's very simple. We used to say it in English. Okay, if the light is red, then stop. If the light is green, else go. Okay. Okay, let's say the light are only red and green, no yellow lights. Okay, if the light is red, then you have to stop. It's like a traffic cop. Okay, you have to ask him if the condition is this, or else you have to do this. Okay, you have to, every time you see if or else, you have to ask. If your condition matches, then you can go. If your condition doesn't matches, you have to take the else way. Okay, is this clear? Okay, is this clear?
Yes,
Now
sir.
I will ask you guys a question. Okay. Okay, assume assume let A is equals to 8. Okay, let A is equals to 8. Now I say if A is equals to 8, then pass, else fail. Now, what will be the answer? Pass or fail?
Pass.
Okay. Okay, Sushil has answered. Okay. Lovepreet, what would be the
Pass.
answer? Jagruti.
Answer is true.
Okay, great. Not true. I asked pass or fail. Okay, there is no
Pass.
concept of true or false. Okay, Firoz. Anmol.
Pass.
Great. Okay. So pass because 8 was A was equals to 8. Now again, let's say if A is less than 8, A is equals to 8, but the condition if A is less than 8, then pass, else fail. So what would be the answer?
Fail.
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 Good, good, great. You guys are great learner. Okay, so I hope you understood these 5 points: the label, the inside item, let, const, and if and else. You guys understood these 5 items? Okay, now I want one of you to volunteer this. I want any one of you to come in front and tell whole story what we have learnt about. Anyone. And I need any one of you to explain this in under a minute. You I won't give you 10 minutes. We don't have so much time. Okay, let's do this activity at the end of the class. Okay, this activity will help you to prepare for interviews as well. This will help you enhance your public speaking communication. Okay, let's do this activity at the end of class. Let's focus on what we can complete today. Okay, today's class has been a little short because we were doing few other things as well, like maintaining the decorum and finalizing the rules of the class. Okay, so why these things are important? Okay, because in automation you don't just click on the things. Okay, see, earlier automation used to about just click on the things. Nowadays the scenario has changed. It's not just about clicking the things. There have been complex test cases like that involve a lot of data, that involve a lot of variable naming. Okay, so you scrap variables, you scrap data out of automation. Okay, you matches your condition with the test case condition. Okay, so if else is used for that. So that's why it is important. Okay, so again iterating over why it is important. So in automation, you never just click the buttons, you scrap the text that are variables. You check if an error message appear or not, conditionals, and you even debug your why your test cases failed. Okay. So for that we use print statements. Print statements are very easy. We will use this here only. Okay. So don't worry. Okay. All right, right. Give me a minute. I need to plug in my charger. So give me a single minute, okay? Okay, is this clear why this is important? Okay, Mahesh, why these things are important? Variable, let, const, the data inside, why these things are important?
Sir, I joined just before 2 minutes. I just want to ask, means this language is play. Yes, sir.
Oh, okay. No worries, no worries. You can watch the recording, but from next time, make sure you join on time. Okay.
Sir, my one question is the playwright with JavaScript or TypeScript you are teaching means.
We will be initially starting with JavaScript and later on we will be learning how to refactor the code in TypeScript, okay? So it's
Okay,
kind of both the things, okay?
okay.
Okay. Jhansi, I want you to answer why these things are important. Let, const, the data inside, the labels. Why these things are crucial for automation?
For automation, it's very important. We are not only we are using the click actions and all, like including the
Mm-hmm.
we are going to scrap the text as well. Not even we are doing the debug concept in the JavaScript, like
Okay.
by using each
Great.
statement.
Great. Okay. Now give me a single minute. I need to plug in my charger. Okay. 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 Hey guys, I'm back. Okay, so we are going to jump into the JavaScript. Okay, but technically you guys need to have. I'm sharing you guys the link. If I hope everyone is a window user here. If anyone is a Mac user, then please refer to YouTube how to install JavaScript. Okay, because even I don't know about it because I haven't used the Mac. Just give me a minute here. I'm unsharing my screen for a minute. I am sharing you a link again and I'm sharing my screen again. Okay, you guys can download this link will open this website. See this website. Okay, all right, and you have to scroll down Windows user and you have to download this window installer MSI. All right, and then this will download a file something like that, node v24 or whatever the version is. This will download a file like that. Okay, and you have to just run this file and click on next, and your node.js will be installed. Okay, and to check your node.js was installed properly or not, you have to open your cmd. Okay, and you have to type here node v. Okay, and it will print you the version. Okay, it will print you the version. Okay guys, the class will be extended a little bit by 15 minutes. Okay, so I hope everyone is fine with that. All right, understood. Everyone understood the installation part. If anyone didn't understood, just watch the recording. That is very simple. Nothing so complex thing. You don't have to set any paths. Everything will be done on its own. Okay, if anyone is just do cmd. Just open your cmd and do run that command to check that node is not installed already. If node is already installed, then you need not to install it again. Okay. All right. All right, so and you guys have to download Visual Code as well. Let me share the Visual Code download link as well. Just type in VS Code download here. All right, and again this thing. Okay, and then again next. This will download a good file. And just you have to do next. Just use this button. Okay. All right, is this clear, guys? Everyone is clear about this? Great. Okay, so how many of you are excited to jump into the code? Give me your thumbs up. I see only 2-3 people are doing the thumbs up and others are not doing it. So others aren't really interested for diving into the code. We guys have finally reached some conclusion and we are going to dive into the code. So I want every one of you to be excited. Great. That's the spirit, guys. Okay, so again, going forward, let's see what we have. Okay, what is the live demo scenario? We are actually not going to perform any automation right now. Okay, we are not going to do anything like opening the website using automation. Okay, I just want you to guys learn about these things, if else and let const these things. Okay, all right, so let's ignore them as of now. You can read them. Okay, you can read them. These are also written for that only, but let's again, here's the instructor note. Save this as intro.js and run it via terminal using node intro.js to keep the focus purely on JS syntax and before introducing the playwright syntax. Okay, so I'm not going to focus on playwright in this code. Okay, because this is purely related to JavaScript. Okay. Okay, so I am opening my VS Code now. Huh. Okay, so I already have a file lecture1.js present here. Okay, and you guys can see a terminal is open here, right? Okay, So just what you guys have to do, create a folder, an empty folder on your desktop, something like that, Playwright lectures. Okay. All right. And then you will see a open folder button here. You will see a open folder button here. Okay. Just click on that and open that folder in VS Code. Okay. And after opening that in VS Code, okay, after opening that in VS Code, click on this button. You will see something like that. You won't see this lecture.js. You will see a button like this. Click on this button and name the file with .js extension. Okay, I have named it lecture1.js. Okay, and this is our terminal. So how, let me close this terminal. How do you guys open this terminal? Click on these three dots. You will see a terminal button and you have to click on new terminal. Okay, are these things clear? Is this clear, guys? Say yes or no. Great, 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 great. All right, very great. Okay, so okay, the boring part is over. We have done all the installation and file bringing up name. So let's move to the everyone's favorite part, the coding part. All right. All right, console.log. See, I will tell you, we will use it in a practical manner. But what is console.log used for? Console.log is used for printing anything in the terminal. Okay. See, I want to print, this is lecture 1. How to run a file? You guys have to say node. The name of the file is lecture1.js, lecture1.js. So, okay, node is important. If you want to write node, it won't run. Okay. So, node is basically the manager. So see, this is lecture 1. This is printed. What I have written here is printed here. Is this clear? So what is console.log? Is this clear? What is console.log used for?
To
Clear,
print the
clear.
statement what we wrote.
Yeah, to print the statement and the terminal on the console, we use console.log. Okay, right? I see
Yes,
people
sir.
have started. I see as soon as it is 11 and people have started leaving the class. All right, no worries. Let's just complete this coding part and we will drop for the rest of the time. Okay. All right. All right. So see, all the code is present in these notes. These notes will be shared to everyone who will be enrolling with us. So don't worry. Okay. Okay. Again, variables and data types. So I'm just copying paste the things. I don't want to like write literally write everything. Okay. Okay, guys. I have one question. What is what is base URL? What is base URL here?
Reference variable.
It's a variable name.
Right, variable name. What is this link? What is this link?
Value of the variable.
Value of the
Data.
variable.
The data
Data.
inside, right? And what is this? What does this const mean?
Data type.
Constant.
Type of
Const,
variable.
that means
And
Constant.
what does this
Keyword.
means? This cannot be changed,
Change.
right? Why I am using this with base URL? Because base URL remains
It's
same
constant.
every
No.
time, right? Base URL cannot be
yes.
changed. You guys are understanding the terminology, how the terminology is built. Okay. So I hope now if I want to print base URL in I want to print base URL in my console, what I will write console.log, and what I will write inside this console.log, base URL or the value of base URL.
Base URL.
Base URL.
Base URL.
Right, I have to write the name of the label. I don't have to write the value of the label to print. Even writing the value will print the value itself, but I will call it by the variable name. Okay. See, you want call me Oye or anything else, na? You want call me Oye uska heart idhar aaja, Oye uska dimag idhar aaja. You will call me Nikhil. My name is Nikhil, right? So I will be called by my name, Nikhil. If I want to call Anmol, I won't say anyone else name. I will say come Anmol, Anmol come here, right? Fair enough. So if you call anyone, you call them
Yes.
by name, their name, right? So, and again, base URL. And again, when you have to print the value itself, you have to give these double inverted commas. But when you are calling it by name, You don't have to give the double inverted commas. Okay. If I will give you another example. If you want to print my name directly here, so you will give Nikhil in double inverted commas. Okay, I will save this and run this again. See, my name is printed. Okay, my name is printed here. All right. Someone has joined the class at 11:02. All right, no worries. Okay, so but I don't want to print my name. I want to call the base URL here. Okay, so I will type in base URL. Okay, now see, it is going to print the value of base URL. See, this is the value of base URL. Am I right? Is this clear?
Yes.
Is this clear? Any confusions here? Any confusions? All right, all right. So moving towards the next concept. I hope the console log concept is clear, right? Great, guys. Moving forward, const valid user. Okay, const valid user. Just again, for commenting out, you can use these double slashes. We will read about the comments. Okay, again, what is valid user? What is a valid user?
Variable.
What is const? What is
Variable
const?
name,
Keyword.
What is
variable type.
keyword, but variable type? Keyword is also the correct word, but again, keyword is a vast category. There are many keywords. Okay, again, what is this?
Value.
Value.
Value or the data inside valid user. Okay,
Which can't be changed.
okay, I am hoping this is clear. Okay, again, const valid password. Again, okay, I am not going to reiterate because this is the same thing. Okay, anyone has confusion in this line what I have written this? I hope everyone understood what is this written. Any confusions here? Any confusions in this line number 9? Guys, say yes or no. When I am not on the Google Meet screen, just say yes or no. Okay.
No,
No confusion.
no
No
confusion.
confusion. Clear.
No.
Great, 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 great. Now let the cart count again. Why guys are joining at 11:04? The time was 10 to 11. Okay, I guess I will remove this restriction of joining and dejoining. Okay, any confusions in this, guys?
No.
No.
I really want you guys to ask one doubt here. Why I am using inverted commas for this data and why I have not used inverted commas for this data?
String and integer.
String value or
Yeah,
integer value.
right. String and integer values. We use inverted commas, single or double inverted commas with string values, and we don't use it for integer values. Okay, integer are the basically numerical values. We don't use inverted commas for that. Okay, so what is this? What is this? And what does this mean?
We can change the data of this.
Later on, we can change the value or data inside this variable later on. Okay, see, right now the cart count is 1. I can add any item into the cart and it will become 1, right? This will increase the cart count. Am I right?
Yes.
Yes.
Now you understanding the terminology why let is used here?
Yes.
Understanding, right? That's why that terminology was built. Okay, again, coming to the next line. I'm taking 2 lines together. Okay, okay, so this anyone understand this? See, this is not a string because there are no inverted commas around it. Okay, I will tell you what it is, but you guys, do you guys understand what it is written?
Boolean value.
Yes, it's a
Boolean.
Boolean value.
This is a Boolean value. Let is logged in. That means it is false. That means I am not logged in. Okay, I am denoting a variable is logged in for my state if I am logged in or I am not logged in. So it is false. Okay, and another Boolean value is true. Okay, I will change it to false only. But the another Boolean value is true or false. Okay, so I will keep it to false only. All right. Is this clear or any doubts?
Clear.
Everyone,
Clear.
everyone.
Yes, sir.
If there are 25 students in the class, I want every one of you to say yes, clear.
Clear.
Yes.
Great,
Yes, sir.
great. Again, this is also clear. I need not to explain anything. Okay,
Yes.
great.
Yes, sir.
Okay, moving towards the next thing. Do you guys understand what is written in these two lines? Hmm?
We have printed the value of the variable.
Yes, we are initially calling a string to it is basically we are just designing the things. It will print target URL target URL colon and then base URL. Okay, cart at start and then it will show the cart count. Okay, cart count value is coming from here and this will print cart at start as it is. Okay, is this clear? Not too much complex.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay,
It's
I
clear.
will show you how this works. Let me actually show you. Okay, see. See how this is printed target URL colon. See, we have given exactly here target URL column and then we are calling something by name. Okay, then we have to use a comma here. Okay, comma won't be printed because it is not inside this. But again, what will be printed? This another value. This is printing multiple values using a single console log. Okay, this is how we print multiple values using a single console log. Okay, is this clear? Cart at start is 0 because cart
Yes.
count value is 0. Okay, and we are calling cart count here. Is this clear, guys?
Yes.
Yes.
I
Yes.
want all 25 of you to be in yes state only.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Great. Okay, now let's okay. This is bit, but I will still take it. Okay, this is the final part of the code. This is scenario A actually. Let's take the scenario B as well. Okay, let's take this. Okay, the complete code. Okay. Okay, so this I am going to explain you from here. Okay,
Sir,
so
can we redeclare and reinitialize the variable for const and let?
who has asked this question?
Mm,
Sachin,
mm,
no, Mahesh. Okay, you have like joined the class later on, right? See,
mhm.
okay. Everyone got to know what is this question? He said, can we redeclare or reassign values to let and const? So who is going to answer this? We have read this with very interesting concept, the boxes concept. Okay, Meghna is going to answer. Okay, great, Meghna, go ahead.
I can try.
Go ahead.
Yeah. So let we use let. It is a type of variable
Mm-hmm.
where after we declare it once, we can like reassign other values to it. But
Mm-hmm.
const, as it says, constant. So it's like fixed. We cannot change the value later. That's the reason in the example, Nikhil sir was using specifically for the base URL, he has used const, but for other variables like current price or roles assigned, he has
Because
used
these will be changed in later on when later on automation is performed, right?
yes.
O-
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Got it.
Got it. And I have
Yes.
given a very good example in this. If you will see the recording of the lecture, you will get to know. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. I hope, but still we are able to clear your doubt, right?
Yeah. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Great. Okay. Again, I am removing these okay, I am not removing these. Okay. So let's simulate the login attempt. Let's say there was an input user. Have we used input user before?
You are not audible, Nikhil.
Yes, I guess you are in mute.
Sorry. I muted. Okay. Okay. I hope I am audible now.
Yeah.
Yes.
Sorry. Okay. Okay. So let's say a user tries to log in with wrong credentials. That is a test case, right? the test case, right?
Yes.
Okay. Again, so let input user is a locked out user. Let input user is a logged out user. It's the, let's say it's the username of the user. Okay. Let input logged out user. Okay. We have to assume. Okay. Let is always for assuming things. Okay. Then we are just making our code beautiful. We are printing that I am attempting to log in with input user. This is another way of calling a variable inside a string. Okay. So you can use this. This is, we call it tilde sign. Okay. You will see this on the left button to the one. Okay. You can use this. So attempting to log in with input user. Okay. If input user is equals to valid user. So we have used valid user before. Anyone? We have used valid user before in this code.
No.
No.
Guys, we have used it. See, it's giving the value standard user. We have
Yes,
used
yes,
it
yes. Mm-hmm.
above. See here, standard user. Okay. We have initialized a variable for it. So it says if input user is equals, these equal, I will tell you what is, there are two kind of comparisons. For right now, we are going to use the three equals only. Okay. Later on, I will tell you. So equal, we are comparing only. Just understand that we are comparing using equal only. So is this condition true? Input user is equals to valid user. Is this condition true? Is the
No.
data inside them is same?
No. Condition is
No.
fail.
So condition is failed. So what is written inside if is logged in true console log. So if the condition is failed, we have to go in else condition. Now again, there is else if condition. There we can create multiple condition using else if, and the last condition is denoted by else. Okay. Again, we have to check the second condition. If input user is equals to locked out user, is the value of input user this? I guess
Still condition is
Yes,
fail.
yes.
Yes, true.
is that the
Uh,
same? So this
Yes.
condition is
Same.
true. So the
Yeah.
code will go inside this else if block. Now what does this say? This say error. This block says sorry. This user is locked out. This will say sorry. This user is locked out. Now else. This will only run if all the previous condition fails. If this fails, and or in any other condition is in between there, if all the condition fails, then this else will run. Okay, got it? Now since our one condition is already true, will this else run?
No.
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 Everyone, will this else run?
No.
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 I'm hearing only from 3 or 4 students. I hope the count is maintained. There
No.
are still 20-25 students. Okay, all right, great. Again, so I am hoping this concept is clear. Okay, we will run it now. Right now we were dry running it. Okay, simulating adding an item to the cart, we can reassign the value cart count because we used let. Mahesh, did you got your answer? We can reassign cart count
Yes,
because
yes.
we use let.
Yeah.
Okay, and you got to know why I used let, because I need to change this value. Okay, again, if is logged in false, what is the value of is logged in? The value of is logged in is false. Okay. So this condition is true.
Yes.
So
Yes.
cannot add items. Cannot add items. Please log in first. This will be printed. Else will be printed, or else block will run or not.
No.
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 Because this condition is
Uh,
already
True.
true. Okay.
Fulfill.
Got it. Okay. Another one. Var. This is the old way. Okay, now var is not used very much. Okay, so I have given a note here. Avoid using var in modern playwright frameworks. Okay, we will only see, I told you initially na, there are three types of variable: var, let, and const. Var is the old one, and it is not used in modern frameworks. Okay. Okay, so I have just printed, I have just written it here so you guys remember it. Okay, whenever you read the notes, you guys remember that you guys don't have to use the var. Okay. Okay, everyone, is this clear?
Yes. Yes.
Yes.
Okay, again, I have not used let
Yes.
here. I have not used let here
Because we already,
because we already
yeah.
declared it.
Yeah.
Right
Declare.
now, we are assigning the value. You need not to declare it again. Okay, we are assigning the values. Okay, so is this code clear? Let's run this once. Okay, I will save this and run this once. Okay, so okay, attempting logged in with logged out user. Sorry, this user is logged in and cannot add items. Please log in first. These were the all answers that we derived earlier. These were the answers we derived earlier, or is there any different answer? Right?
Yes.
Is
Correct.
this clear?
Yes.
Yes.
Give me a thumbs up, everyone, if this is clear.
Yes, sir.
Okay,
Yes.
just a little bit things. We already learned
Sir,
about console.log.
sir, one question.
Yes, go ahead.
Just like in Java, we have two types of variable, like class variable and local variable. The scope of the local variable is particular.
Don't go into Java and Java. Don't go into the comparison of Java and JavaScript. Java and JavaScript are way different. Let and const, there will be only two variable types we will be using. Don't go into scoping right now. We will study about it in the later section, but I don't want you guys to get confused or anyone else confused. Okay,
Okay.
so that's
Okay.
why I have not picked up right now. Okay, all right.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
Okay, again, going forward, console.log, this is your best friend. This will tell you where your test fail. Again, how we are going to use console log? Let's suppose you were expecting somewhere value A. You were expecting a variable's value is A when you will be doing automation and scrapping the values. Now you were expecting that somewhere the value will be Nikhil, but it comes out to be Anmol. You will console log and call the variable A. What is the actual value of A? So it is going to print the actual value if it was Nikhil or if it was Anmol. Okay, got it? How this is your best friend. It will tell you why your test fail. We will use this for debugging. Got it? Give me a thumbs up, guys, if you got it. What is console.log? Everyone else, give me a thumbs up if this is clear. Guys, is this not clear? Okay, give me a thumbs up if this is not clear. No thumbs up even on not clear. Is this clear? Yes or no?
Yes.
Yes, it's clear.
Okay,
Yes.
moving forward. Okay, const versus let, we already read about this. Okay, you guys can have a reading over this. Data types, we already read about this a lot. If condition, we already read. Yes. This triple equal versus single equal. See, a single equal is used for assigning the values. It- Typically for putting the values inside the boxes. Okay. You guys have noticed here, when I am assigning any value to anything, like if I am assigning a value to valid user, I have used single equal. Okay. If I am comparing somewhere, I have used triple equal. So you got it? What is the difference between single equal and triple equal?
Yes. Yes.
Yes.
Okay. So checking if two boxes have the same item, we will use triple equals. But for putting something into the box, we will use single equal. Okay. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Again, there is another thing, double equal and triple equal. Okay. So double equal will only compare your values. Okay. See, this 5 is written in strings. Okay. You guys can see this 5 is written in string and this is written as integer. Okay. So this will give you true because this is only comparing the value, not the data type. Okay. Not the data type. But this triple equal will compare both value and type. If both value and type are same, then it is going to tell you true, else it is always going to tell you false. And in automation, we always use triple equal. That's why I've give the precision of triple equal. Okay. Is this clear, guys? Is this
Yes.
clear? I know class has become a bit longer, but we were able to start after 10:20. That's why it has taken 10-20 minutes longer. No worries, we are on the final verge of the class. We are just going through some interview questions. Why should we prefer let and const over var? I guess I have already answered this. Okay, you guys can read this. This is a little bit about scoping. You will understand this. Okay, if you don't understand this question, you guys can come to me. When you would use else if instead of just writing the another if statement, I already told you whenever we if will call the multiple statements. Okay, if there are multiple true statements, then this will be doubling of the statements. Okay, so else if will check the single statement. Okay, is this clear? You guys can have a read on this and you will get to know about this. Okay, is this clear?
Yes, clear.
Sure,
Yes.
very sure.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, this is a coding challenge that you have to complete by tomorrow. You guys don't have to look into your, you know, the notes, and you guys have to complete it. I hope this is not very hard. Okay, the solution is printed in the notes. Supriya, wait, yaar, we haven't reached arrays yet. We haven't reached arrays yet. Let the arrays come and let everyone else know what is array. You will get to know your answer. Okay, all right. Okay, we can, okay, great. Okay, so you guys have to do this coding challenge by tomorrow's class. And tomorrow the class will start sharp at 10 and maximum by 10:05. So you guys have to be on the time. Okay, Meghna has some questions. Okay, go ahead.
Yeah. Actually, there was a very short description about the demo. So I wanted to know, like in 2.5 months,
Mm-hmm.
with the schedule, like it's Wednesday or the weekdays.
It's
What are
Wednesday 9 to 10 p.m.
correct?
and on, this,
Saturday, Sunday, weekends.
yeah, on weekends it would be 10 to 11 a.m. and that would be the fixed timing for whole,
Batch.
other than the emergencies, these will be the fixed timings. Okay,
Hmm.
other than the emergencies. Okay,
So I wanted to ask sir, like what
you guys can call me
topic?
Nikhil. No need to call me sir.
Okay, yeah. So Nikhil, like what are the core topics? Because what happens is after the
Rajat
class,
hasn't shared you the roadmap. I have shared a very detailed roadmap on this, and you guys can ask Rajat to share it into the group or share it to you personally.
okay. Are we like after getting to know about the concepts and all, are we trying like touching the projects on this, or it's
Definitely,
just the
definitely. We are going to do the project, some little mini project exercises in the class itself. Like
Mm,
we did the coding exercise today, we will be
mm,
doing a mini automation project daily on the
oh,
daily concepts. Okay.
great. And just one last thing, like after doing this class, what kind of experience will we able to write in our resume? Like we have this experience.
See, I don't prefer writing you lies. See, experience comes only by experience. Okay. But definitely, after going through this course, I am pretty much sure that you will be enough confident that you can crack any good interview that requires 2 or 3 years of knowledge.
Hmm. Okay.
So I won't suggesting you to write these much of years of experience.
Hmm.
Instead, go for mentioning the project. Okay.
Okay, cool. And because it's like JavaScript and TypeScript both,
Mm-hmm.
at same time, can we practice both or only one can?
We will be doing TypeScript very later sections. So go ahead with JavaScript as of now. Once you are done with JavaScript properly, TypeScript is like game of 5 to 10 minutes.
Okay, okay, cool. Thank you.
No worries. Okay, so Sheil has some questions. I will just close